And if I'm feeling any emotion, it's relief. Relief that this uncertainty is over. Alright, so I just did the deed, and I can't wait to see what the future brings. I thought long and hard about retiring at 35. I wanted a simpler life, with more freedom, and I wanted to do something I've always enjoyed, teaching. I'm happy when I teach. Yet, pulling the trigger was nerve-wracking. I had been working for tech companies in the US. The salary made it easier to save up for an early retirement, but it also made it difficult to walk away from the job. I prepared myself mentally. I started making educational videos as a hobby beforehand, so that I know what it's like. But I knew it would still be a Pandora's box of surprises. There was one big change I couldn't quite prepare for. I needed to move to another country. As I was on a US work visa, quitting my job meant that I had to leave the US. I chose to move to Vancouver, Canada. I'm for sure sleeping a lot better compared to last year, and my stress level has decreased. I've been spending a lot of time reading, making YouTube videos, and running. Many people ask me, do I get bored? And actually, I have the opposite problem. And for sure, whenever you move to a new city, it's difficult to make new friends and new connections. But I've been joining a lot of meetups, like board games meetups and running meetups. And I've made a lot of acquaintances and a couple of friends. For the past 6 months, I continued living frugally. One of my biggest fears is running out of money, so I did several things to limit my expenses to see what a worst case scenario would feel like. I continued living with housemates. Simultaneously, I spent more time building relationships. Despite spending less than $2,000 a month, I was happier than before. It can be good to live out your worst fears. They may not be as bad as you think. I used to be very nervous about saving money. As a student, I took on as many jobs as possible. I walked half a mile to save a couple of cents on bananas. At my first interview with Google, sweat dropped like beads constantly. Even after achieving financial freedom, I still fixated on saving every penny. Thankfully, spending less has redefined my relationship with money. Now, I know two things. First, I'm rich if I have enough. Second, the highest dividend that money pays is the ability to control your free time, whether you're retired or you're working. I wish I had internalized these lessons earlier. I still get anxious about money, but not nearly as much. As the weather got colder, I ramped up on my reading. I read many bestsellers, but one less well-known book turned out to be a gem. By the Grace of the Game is written by Dan Grunfeld. He talks about how his family survived the Holocaust and thrived in America, and how he became a professional basketball player before working in venture capital. He shared basketball's real gift. It's limiting to measure life with arbitrary metrics of success, like points per game, or grade point averages. It's fine to strive for greatness, but it's more lasting to take pride in your own work. And that's motivated me to ask myself, am I doing something because I'll be proud of it? Or am I doing it mainly because I want approval from others? I'm grateful that I managed to connect and chat with them. It's 1 year since my retirement and I'm pleasantly surprised with a frozen lake. I now have a chosen family in Vancouver. I've enjoyed the grandeur of nature in the area and have met people in faraway places by flipping a book. The educational content I've created has over 1 million views and 10,000 likes. These aren't stellar achievements. For one, I know some people are like, huh? I can get 1 million views with just one video. But you know, for me it's good. I've changed my focus in life, and a big source of anxiety is now much smaller. If you remember one thing from this video, I hope it's this. Our decisions can change our brains. I've also gotten better at trying new things. I've just learned that, okay Wei-Wen, you can do this. Things might suck, but you will get there. You will get there. It's just a matter of time.